Let's take you to the Ghanaian Times this morning.
Yep.
Restoring confidence in land administration. We've been talking about this. And the government, we are told, will cancel illegal land deals. This is coming in from the minister responsible for the sector, the Honorable Kofi Ama-Boa. Also on the front page this morning, make Ga Dangbe languages compulsory in schools. This is coming in from the Ga Traditional Council. Comes with a photograph of the Gamanche Ni Taki Teko Churu, the second. Also on the front page, only Attorney General can defend OSP Act, Supreme Court rules, and some other stories in the Ghanaian Times this morning.
So, Daily Graphic leads with government takes over illegally acquired state lands. Has a beautiful photograph of the sector minister Emmanuel Ama Kofi Boa. Energy minister is here as well. Energy reforms yield $15 billion. No blackout in 10 months. John Abdullahi Janapo is the man manning that sector. CRC, Constitution Review Committee recommendation on education, maintain status quo on mission schools. Christian Council is speaking, and my job creation record puts me ahead. This is Kennedy Japan touting as he woos delegates.
Let me take you to the Daily Gist newspaper. Deputy Attorney General storms court with 4 commandos, the paper is claiming. Also, minority blasts government over lithium deal withdrawal, and Baumia MPP strongest choice for 2028. This coming in from Abu Jinapo.
Daily Guide this morning, Supreme Court adjourns 4 Tokonu cases indefinitely. U.S. police released Ninoy's prison Mark Short. And the NPP flag bearer race survey tips Ken to win 52%. And at the Ayawasu East by-election, Baba Jamal locks horn with Tuareg's widow. Sold public lands to be reviewed. Amaboa.
The Chronicle says Volta cocaine bust. IGP promotes officers who rejected $20,000 bribe. Also on the front page, Veep calls for stronger environmental stewardship. And Honorable Emilia Arthur, the woman revolutioning. What's that?
Revolutionizing.
No,
just use transforming.
The woman transforming Ghana's fisheries because I've put disgrace.
The Ghanaian publisher this morning, MPP's 2028 hopes rest on Baumia. This is Abu Jinapo. I'm coming to serve my people, Baba Jamal, and the minority are here, their hands in the air, singing the elephant is. And the quote is, minority blast government over transport crisis.
Okay, let me take you to the Ghanaian Point this morning. All previously sold public lands to be reviewed for value. The Minister for Lands again speaking there. It's a 52% straight win for Kennedy Japan. That is Sanity Africa polls telling us. And Edu Chum is pledging party health insurance for elderly delegates.
Party health insurance.
I hear that he said to keep the youth in the party, because they are leaving.
Free SHS for delegates.
The Accra Times this morning, Alban Bagbin Bafoboni collaborate to uphold justice and rule of law. NPP build the economy, but NDC takes credit. This is Osahin Avayomark, and Unimark mourns tragic loss of student as Vice Chancellor seeks justice. Other stories here. A Hunter West MP is happy as Ayinda is included in educational curriculum.
And finally, from me, the Economy Times says markets brace for impending policy rate decision. Comes with a photograph of the central bank boss. Also, fuel price war shaking Ghana's petroleum sector, and communication is policy. Primpark and BOG partner to combat economic misinformation.
I'll take you online. CitiNewsroom.com is leading with mobile money and how well it's doing. Mobile money transactions hit 518 billion cedis. Close of year 2025. This is the BOG. Meanwhile, there's a question. Rising housing cost lock Ghanaian youth out of home ownership. Will they survive? Citi begins this year with 4% depreciation against major trading currencies. In other headlines, vote and leave. MPP bans group gatherings at polling centers. Meanwhile, Utah KNUST is backing calls for removal of GTech boss and deputy. This fight.
I reject that call.
They stop that. Meanwhile, Freddie Blaze says, hard words won't divide MPP. Primaries are strengthening our party. In other headlines, Ghana approves passport for American streamer I Show Speed.
All right.
And then Ghana signs $2 billion gas agreement with Jubilee partners to cut gas prices. That's a good one. If you go to ChannelOne News, there's a lot from the Freddie Blay interview from yesterday and also from Joe Osei-Wusu. Freddie Blay says scrapping the legal system is too costly and impractical. There's a sanitation crisis at Bandai. It sparks a public health concern. Metro Mass Transit says spare parts container will be released soon. We spoke to the deputy MD yesterday on Eyewitness News.
That's true.
And then ABL poll puts Baumia ahead in MPP race. The polls are many. We'll do a poll
Plenty
of polls very soon. MyJoyOnline.com, they're leading with Mahama using Akufo-Addo's roadmap. Charles Bisio on Galamsey fight. Also, Ayawaso Eastern DC Premier Baba Jamal files to contest, says he's in to serve. And then 1,033 excavators now tracked as government tightens grip on illegal mining. Ama Kofi Boa giving an update to the vice president. Meanwhile, minority cries foul as 33 bills are rushed through parliament under certificate of urgency in 2025. They say they don't agree anymore. If you go to the High Street Journal, remittances defy Citi appreciation scare. They soared to hit record $7.8 billion in Q4. So mobile money is rising. People are sending money from Abrochiri.
Yeah, man.
So those are two good points. Meanwhile, there's a very interesting revelation from MPA. Fully operational Tor and Centuo could cut Ghana's oil import by 50%.
Wow, that's beautiful.
I'll read that story for you. So it means that if we get those two running, things will improve for us. Meanwhile, Bloomberg says Trump is not worried. He says Trump deepens dollar woes, says he's not concerned about the dollar's slump. You know, the Bloomberg's dollar spot index hit a low. Dollar is falling against many currencies, and some people are blaming Mr. Trump's policies for it. He says, I don't care. Yeah. So I'll give you those details as well. So let me start with you, Sky.
Yes, so the story about the police officers who have been promoted, I think we should read.
They went to court, right?
No, not yet. This one has to do with the
Those
ones
who
who
rejected
caught
at
the guy
20.
allegedly moving cocaine. So the story is on page 3 of the Chronicle. John Bediako says the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Christian Tete Yohonu, yesterday promoted 17 police personnel to their next ranks for exhibiting bravery and dedication in the discharge of their duties. Now, the newly promoted officers are from Volta and Ashanti Regional Police Commands. Now, Volta Region was represented by 13 officers, while Ashanti Region had 4 officers. Now, 2 separate ceremonies held in the Volta and Ashanti regions within a period of 2 days attracted the attention of the Turnaround Tiger. So it goes on to provide details, but the truth is that this, the Nigerian-bound Liberty Jeep was intercepted with a consignment of substances suspected to be cocaine, valued at approximately 1 million Ghana cedis. And the suspect driver, Charles Adinkule, 46, allegedly offered the police officers a bribe of $20,000, which they rejected. Now, the suspect was arrested and sent to Ho and the regional capital.
You know, the IGP said if you try and bribe police, they'll
yes.
I like that approach. Long may it continue.
But if you bought state lands at a value that's not market price, the minister says a review is going to happen. So Minister for Lands and Natural Resources Emmanuel Kofi-Boah says government will review all public lands previously sold to ensure the transactions offered value for money and follow due process. He was speaking during a working visit by the Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman to the ministry, where he said that review processes had already commenced as part of efforts to protect state assets and restore public confidence in land administration. He explained that many public lands originally acquired by the state for specific purposes, including agriculture and other national projects, had over time been mismanaged or improperly transferred. We have begun the process of reviewing these lands code. Some of them were acquired by government. Okay, I've taken care of that already. So the minister warned public officials against the misappropriation of state land, saying the government would name and shame offenders. So
very good one. A couple of economic related stories. Ghana signs $2 billion agreement. It's a gas agreement with Jubilee partners to cut gas prices. So this is CitiNewsroom.com. Energy Minister made this known during a visit, or during the Vice President's visit to the Ministry of Energy and Green Transitions yesterday. So if this project comes on stream, It's expected to reduce gas prices and boost domestic gas consumption.
Okay.
According to the minister, the agreement, which has received a cabinet approval, will soon be laid before Parliament for consideration.
Wow.
So that's story one. It says to reduce our gas price from $3.1 to 2.5 and increase our gas consumption and increase crude oil production. The second story in the sector is also on refinery. So the High Street Journal says if Tor and Cento are fully operational, it could cut Ghana's oil import by up to 50%. So the MPA says a fully operational Cento, which is private, and Tor, which is public, could meet half of Ghana's fuel demand, easing import infrastructure pressure, conserving foreign exchange, and strengthening energy security through increased domestic oil refining. Now, the officials speaking, MP officials say it will bring major economic relief at a time when the country is struggling with import pressures and infrastructure constraints. MPA Director of Economic Regulation and Planning, Abbas Tasunti, revealed that Central Oil Refining had increased production, prompting regulators to visit the facility to assess operations firsthand. And then he says the MP also visited Tor, which is preparing to resume production.
Nice.
According to Tasunti, once both Tor and Central are fully operational, they could together meet about half of Ghana's fuel demands. This is so amazing. The development could be a game changer for the economy, with imports currently making a large share of fuel supply. Ghana's import infrastructure is under strain. Storage, handling, and port facilities are increasingly stretched. So this is really, really good stuff from the
and
sector.
Connected to the energy sector, Bernard, energy reforms yield $15 billion. No blackout in 10 months. This is the energy minister, Diana Mensah, writes on page 24 of Daily Graphic that reforms in the energy sector have significantly increased proceeds, enabling the government to pay fully for power generation and related expenditure. This is according to the Minister for Energy and Green Transition, John Abdullahi Jinapo. He explained that due to the reforms instituted last year, the cash waterfall mechanism from which power producers and fuel suppliers were paid yielded $15 billion, significantly up from the $6 billion declared into the cash waterfall kitty in 2024. Now, the minister explained that otherwise power producers and other suppliers were paid just about 38% of what was due them, leaving behind mountain debt. So that is the news coming from the inside.
Yeah, let's still stay with energy. If you go to the Economy Times, they are saying the fuel price war shaking Ghana's petroleum sector. So that story is by Adnan Adams Mohammed. Says for the past years, the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies has presented a united front navigating the turbulent waters of Ghana's deregulated petroleum market. But last week, a new concrete reality was laid bare: the shock exit of Star Oil, the current market leader and the Chamber's largest financial contributor, has exposed a deepening rift over a controversial regulatory tool, the petroleum price floor. And they quote Gabriel Kuming, who is the chairman of COMAC, as saying that we did not see it coming. It goes on to provide further details. But still talking about energy, if you go to page 8 of the Ghanaian Times, First Sky Group to complete 50 megawatt solar project in March.
So this was from the Sunday event.
It's the Sunday event, yes.
I want to do two more economy stories, guys. So the Momo is also rising. Daniel Drew Mensah reports that mobile money transactions have hit over 500 billion cedis.
Whoa.
This is a lot of money. Now, mobile money transactions in Ghana set to a record 518.4 billion cedis December 2025, underscoring the growing dominance of digital payments in the country's financial system, according to the latest BOG Summary of Economic and Financial Data. Now, the December figure represents the highest monthly value recorded in 2025, driven by increased consumer activity during the festive season.
Yeah, man.
So if you didn't send me Momo during Christmas, the Lord has seen your face. And sustained expansion into mobile usage. Transaction volumes climbed to 982 million transactions, up from 892 in November, reflecting both higher spending and wider adoption of digital payment channels. Active mobile money accounts rose sharply to 26.7 million in December, compared to 25.5 million a month earlier, while the number of registered accounts increased to 80.5 million, highlighting continued financial inclusion gains. Now, Momo agent network also expanded to 491,000 active agents.
Whoa, that's a lot.
That's almost 500,000 agents. And then balances held on mobile money wallets climbed to 39.6 billion cedis, the highest level in 2025. So December was a good December. So the stronger liquidity in the data payment ecosystem and growing confidence in mobile wallet as a store of value. Interoperable mobile account transactions also went up. Now, listen to this. By contrast, traditional payment instruments continue to play a smaller role.
Okay.
Check transactions amounted to only 37.3 billion in December, significantly below the mobile money values, while electronic payment channels such as Gov't Instant Pay recorded 73.3 billion during the month. So basically, Momo is the backbone of Ghana's retail payment system.
Yep.
Now, the other related story is on remittances.
Yes.
You know, when the city started strengthening, people were afraid that people will not send money home. Because if the city is 15 and you send $100, it's times 15 to buy a land.
The way my day people will still send.
Now, Frederick Adaikwati reports on the High Street Journal that against widespread fears that a stronger city will discourage Ghanaians abroad from sending money or remittances home. I hope my relatives abroad are listening.
Very important.
The Bank of Ghana data tells a very different story.
Thank you.
Remittance inflows, officially captured as private transfers or inward remittance in the Bank of Ghana summary data, picked up strongly through every quarter of 2025.
Wow.
Ending the year at 7.8 billion.
My God.
So if you multiply that by 10 point whatever.
That's a lot of money, yeah? That's in the trillions, isn't it?
No, it's about 78 billion cedis.
Okay, 78 billion. That's correct.
But the moment is still more. The figures show that despite the initial anxiety, Ghanaians abroad did not abandon family members due to the city's appreciation, which reduces the value of money sent in local currency terms. The data cited by the High Street Journal shows a clear quarter-on-quarter growth in remittances, even higher than 2024, where the city's strength wasn't profound enough to reduce the value of remittances.
Send me money.
For Japan.
Uncle, send me money.
So basically, Momo is growing.
Yeah, man.
People are sending money abroad.
Uncle, I just called to greet you. When the finish greeting you, they say, okay. Now there's a story here that says SEC assures investors green bonds would not repeat DDEP losses. Quickly, the story in the Ghanaian Point says the Securities and Exchange Commission has sought to allay investor concerns about Ghana's emerging green bonds market, assuring investors that forthcoming issuances, particularly by corporate entities, will not mirror the losses experienced under the Domestic Debt Exchange Program, DDEP. That's coming in from Dr. James Akluche Aveji, who is the Director General of
my former MP.
Yes.
But there's a troubling story on page 4 of Daily Guide. You know, there's been rising cases of drug abuse in the northern region. The traditional authorities have been doing something. However, there is a psychiatric hospital built there that has been abandoned. Now, the people of the 5 northern regions welcomed the construction of a psychiatric hospital in Tamale.
There's nothing like 5 northern regions.
5 regions in the
5.
north.
Oh, sorry, combat.
There's nothing like 5 northern regions.
Yeah. Apologies.
Go ahead.
I withdraw that. Okay, so as a potential game changer in tackling drug abuse and mental health problems, however, the now abandoned structure is being described as a setback to government's efforts to address mental health and its related issues. Residents say the absence of a functioning psychiatric facility undermines the work of the IGP Special Operations Team in curbing drug-related activities across the regions. Now, many have questioned how people arrested for drug offenses are assessed and treated, and whether they receive the needed psychiatric attention or rehabilitation to prevent further drug use and criminality.
A couple of comments on this. The Chief Imam is helping the Mental Health Authority to do education on mental health. Yesterday, the Winneba story that we did around the clashes, when they interviewed some people there, they said there are too many young people using drugs in that part of the central region, which is contributing to these clashes. One of the people said a lot of the young people are on all kinds of substances, and it's affecting. They can't even be controlled. So the drug usage and drug abuse thing is affecting our security. Now, let me come to MPP's director of the Joe Osewusu. He's been speaking to Maru Sanda. And he has attributed the party's defeat in the last election to their underestimation of the domestic debt exchange program impact on the middle class.
I was just telling you about that.
Yeah, he's admitted that the party underestimated the political consequence of the program. He says, what I have not looked at strictly is the effect of DDP on the middle class. We underestimated it. I particularly underestimated it. According to him, visible public disaffection, including protests by affected groups, should have signaled the extent of voter discontent long before the election.
Retirees also went to demonstrate, including a former chief justice.
Serious matter.
And they just ignored them. Anyway, let me take you to page 2 of the Daily Gist, still staying with the
Politics.
The politics of MPP. MPP tightens rules on Saturday presidential primary. Now, the story by Nadia Ntiamwa, and it says the new Patriotic Party has unveiled comprehensive measures to govern its upcoming presidential primary scheduled for Saturday, 31st of January 2026, amid growing interest and scrutiny from party delegates and political observers. Now, they issued a statement and spoke about what will be allowed and what
don't
will be
mess
allowed.
up at polling
Exactly,
center,
don't go
vote
loitering
and go
about.
home.
Exactly.
And let's have a peaceful election.
Yeah, and then also Musa Dankwa and Prophet El Bernard are said to have clashed over MPP presidential race. Well, Musa Dankwa has produced a poll suggesting that Dr. Baumia is most likely going to be produced as the
There are a number of polls actually that there are a number of polls that we need to put together. I want to give you a story that I think will be interesting. Ghana is giving iShowSpeed a passport.
Yes.
And his photo, he took a photo from the Independence Arch. It's one of the iconic photos of his trip to Africa. Minister of Foreign Affairs has officially approved the issuance of a Ghanaian passport to him. It's called Darren Watkins Jr. But I wanted to show you an article on allafrica.com. It says iShowSpeed uses Africa Tour to challenge long-held stereotypes.
Oh, Charlie, the way people were crying on social media that they didn't know that Africa was that beautiful.
So, we underestimated the power of somebody with such views, showing Africa in a positive light. And I've also heard some Nigerians say, Ghana used the iShowSpeed visit more sensibly than they did to showcase the places of interest, and that Nigerians should learn from Ghanaians how to host somebody and how to use a YouTube sensation to boost. So I want to commend the Ghanaian team that organized it. He did boxing. I mean, it was. If you watch even a 5-minute reel of his visit, you will see the best of Ghana. So all those who helped bring him together, wonderful job.
Yeah, but let's also talk about Educhum.
Yes.
What has he done again?
Doctor in the process.
Yes, it's very important because if we win, this is what we are going to say. Now, Educhum pledges party health insurance for elders. Yes, so the story is on page 6 of the Ghanaian Point.
Party health insurance.
Yes, MPP presidential hopeful and former Minister for Education, Dr. Yaweso Educhum, has pledged to introduce party-based health insurance scheme for elderly members of the party if he is elected.
We need health insurance to work for all, whichever party they belong to and
Right.
whatever age they are in.
No, for now he wants to take care of his own people. Charity begins at home.